Hold on. Where am I? Gotta materialize. Hold on. There I am. Also, I was listening to my own stream, so you're gonna hear a little bit of kickback for a second. How's everybody doing? How we doing today? Oh, let me shut my door. Also, yeah, Gonzalo, I love Final Fantasy IX. I genuinely love it. I might play it on stream sometime. I should probably play like every Final Fantasy on stream. What grand company should you join? Whichever one has the coolest salute. If you like Maelstrom's salute, do that. If you like the Serpent salute, do that one. If you like the Immortal Flames' salute, do that one. Genuinely does not matter, and you can swap between them at any time. Whichever city you find yourself hanging out in the most, do that one. Since I primarily reside in Limsa, I am part of the Maelstrom. So I am basically waiting for Slowline. I want Slowline in here to watch me finish Signalis. Oh yeah, that too, color-wise, whichever color you like. But again, you can swap between them pretty easily. I think it's, what was it, like 50k gil to like swap between them? Nah. Honestly, the Grand Company mechanic has long since been abandoned. Immortal Flames pocket. Alright, so while we wait for Slowline to get here, if they're even gonna be here at all, we might not play Signals at all if they don't show up, honestly. We have less than a little over 2 hours to do some animation work. And we're not working on Vanguard. We're actually working on a different idea that I had, stemming from the pictures you may have seen posted to ArtShare. And I'm actually going to pull up in a second. So as those who were here yesterday know, I got really invested in Atlyss, the new furry game that just came out. Well, it's coming out, actually. I supported them on Patreon. I gave them my full $15. I love the game that much. I'm sad because all of the beta keys are gone. As literally on the 1st of October, all of the keys were just poof, gone. So I have to wait till early access goes live. I hope I can transfer over my stuff, but I can't. If I can't, I'm not gonna, you know, cry. Dude, dude, that game was so fucking good. That game is so fucking good. I'm gonna keep playing it. Genuinely, I kind of want to keep playing it, but I know it's spooky month, so we gotta play more spooky games. That was legit. Just like it was just too much. But here, I'll show you. I've done some sketches. You can check them out in the Discord, but I'm also gonna pull them up here. General streaming. Here we go. Yeah. So I did this. And I know most of you haven't been here for very long, and you might actually forget this era of Atlyss actually existing. Let me see if I can't find... Where did those come up? Hold on. Oh, I think I know why. Maybe. I had some really obscure files pop up in my recently opened, and I'm like, why are those there? I've never touched those. But if I go to... Where is it? Open file location? Yeah. I'm looking for old pictures that I've done. Usually I call them ideas. Here we go. There's one. There's one. Not that one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's another one. As you can see, Atlyss has changed a lot. Consistently. Very consistently. But she's always kind of... I've always tried to make the same thing kind of work. With like these greaves. Pretty much ever since Pseudo Regalia came out. But my problem is that I was always making her like full length body. Like an adult, normal person. And these greaves are just too simple for them to really work with the way that I do like the top part. And I tried a bunch of different things and none of them really landed. This especially didn't land. I did not like how this looked. But for whatever reason... Oh, hey, doctor. Doing this. Making her just like a little short stack cherub. With like a big head. The size of her body. Suddenly made everything kind of click. In a weird way. Ooh! Ooh! Probot! Yeah, I want to know. I want to know what they said. What'd they say? What'd they say? I want the tea! Witch hunt, witch hunt, witch hunt. His stupid friend started attacking you and being annoying? For what? The short chibi looks better, to be honest. Yeah. You're not wrong. God, look at her. And all because of fucking, Atlyss. Genuinely me trying to draw her in Atlyss, which is what I did last night, actually. Apparently you got by what? By who? Who? What? Oh, that doesn't exist. Okay. That doesn't exist either. Okay. Where am I? The fuck? Isn't it? Yes. Big Boy Pictures. By no one. Yeah, I hope not. Don't get fucking diddled, my dude. They just said you got groomed? What the fuck? Alright, well... As comes with age... Does to you realizing sometimes the people you consider friends are kind of silly goofballs. Where the fuck? Where am I looking? Oh, I'm trying to find the picture that I did last night. Here it is. But chibi are categorized as an emergency food. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Lalafels. I think that's the meme. Because Lalafels are potatoes. But I did this based off of my Atlyss character. Oh, hey, Day. But again, I went for that, like, realistic proportioned look. And, you know, it's passable and it looks okay. It's not terrible. But it's just, like, missing that, like, charm. So, of course, we hop back over here, and this has the charm. This indeedly do has the charm. If we pull up... Here, I can open up the other ones, too. I did my character Rauta for fun. Can I... Hello? There it is. And then I did her, like, doing a little run. She's like a little pipsqueak mouse thing, but she's actually a bunny with a wolf's tail. Or a fox's tail, because of the pattern. And this picture's, like, really... Rabbit dog thing, yeah. And then Rauta. This is because, by the way, when I was trying to figure out, like, armor to put her in, I was using Monster Hunter references. Deviant Lagombi. I was trying to do with this, but I was like, no, this is too like winter themed. This doesn't look good. Oh yeah, Paimon is emergency food. That's right. I forgot because I don't really play Genshin. But the Snow Baron Lagombi set I used to wear all the time in Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. And then while I was looking this up, I saw the Deviant Arzuros set. Find a good picture of it. Here we go. And it looks like, oh no, that's not a good picture. But it looks like this. Your roommate just joined. Thinks you're a furry. Well, technically, if you're watching my content, you're adjacent. Yo, Dave's got a job at Chili's? Maybe? Dude, alright. I'm coming to visit you. Fuck you. Nah, Chili's is like me and Puck's favorite restaurant. Except they got rid of the secret sauce, so now they kind of suck. And now we've been, you know, testing the waters, dating other places, seeing how we feel. We're on a break with Chili's right now. Actually, tonight we're going to Longhorn Steakhouse. Yeah, dude, if you're watching my fucking content, you're furry adjacent. I'm sorry. You might not be a furry, but you're getting there. It is, Doctor, you are one fox pair of ears in a fucking like 40k armor set away from being a furry. What's Chili's? Ugh. You didn't just say that to me. It's American Mexican food, basically. Actually, they're kind of stepping away from that a little bit, but it's pretty good. What the fuck, Pocket? No, it's actually really good. Chili's ain't bad. Chili's ain't bad. Could be worse. Could be Taco Bell. Like, if Taco Bell is like 3, Chili's is like 7. Oh my god, they were roommates. The gross one or the good one? Oh, okay, yeah. So, with all this being said, I have an idea for a little short. Literally a tiny, puny little short. And I want to make it. And I want to see what the reception is to it before I keep working on Vanguard, actually. Because my biggest problem is that Vanguard is taking so much fucking time. And as much as I like working on it and as cool as I think it is, I look at this design and I go, this is simple. This is easy. This is identifiable. And it's also really cute. And I feel like people would resonate more with this in a weird way than with the way that she looks in Vanguard. So we'll have to see. Again, testing things. You only have Burger King, McDonald's, and Pizza Hut / Domino's in France. Of all the American eateries that you could have in France, those are some of the better ones. Save for Burger King. Do you have a Wendy's? Do you happen to have Wendy's? Wendy's in France? Oui, Wendy's. Wendy's. Sounds like I'm doing a Borat impression, but like really shit. That's After Effects. That's not what I wanted to open. Shit! You gonna have pink hair bun back? No, sadly not. She's gonna keep her brown hair. I think it's more cohesive. And we're definitely not like finishing it today. I just want to get some like fun storyboards going. Okay, Cash, sure. Yeah, shut up. I know, I did too, honestly. Boop. Speak of the devil. You totally can. Pocket, you can totally steal this pink. I think it's a good pink. I think it's actually a really good pink for like a hair color. It's not too neon vibrant to be like obnoxious, in my opinion. But also her skin kind of helps it be a little more muted. Color theory. But yeah. So you guys are allowed to steal my shit. I don't really care. I work too fucking slow anyways for me to really, like, get hurt by you guys taking stuff from me. Well, I bet that looked nice. Oh, big stretch. Oof, big stretch. Where the fuck is slow on? I want to finish Signalis. I want to be free. Are we gonna make a new one? What are we gonna title it, I wonder? Alright. So I have a cool idea for, like, a monster for her to fight. You'll send tires if you can find them. That's cool. I'm just being an ass. I'm just being an ass. Fuck it, I'm sorry. Where's the fun? Where's the thievery? The thievery is you taking my genius ideas and telling them off as your own. Alright, so I want... God, it's been so long since I've, like, drawn an Adobe. So I want, like, this kind of, like, big, spindly... I'm gonna actually draw, like, a pelvis, too. And, like, the kneecap. It's not gonna be bony, it's just gonna be, like, really thin and spindly. So I'm just trying to think of how to, like... make it work. And then we're gonna do our rib cage. Hey, if you guys followed my body tutorials, you'd know how to draw something like this. We're gonna do like a really long jaw. Like a really long little hooked nose. And like sunken teeth. Oh, okay. I need to like lower this by like a lot. Alright, and then I want to zoom in. This kind of like stretched mouth and high cheekbone kind of looking thing. Gonzalo, follow my tutorials. You'll learn how to draw easily. We're going to give it glasses. Some kind of like little elf ear thing. All of you can draw. All of you can do this. It's so easy. Ah, my fucking hand be itchy. Oh, are we? There we are. Elbow. Oh. Did I not respond to that? I feel like I... Honestly, I'm just that forgetful sometimes. Hold on. I have to remind myself. I assume you put it in art share. You saucy little goober. Where'd you put it? Where'd you put it? That's Ash. That's Griff. It's Ash again. Stickful, cool dog. Day. Robot. Am I in the wrong spot? Oh. Is it the post that you did your best artwork and you would say your last? No, dude, it's sick. Genuinely, like looking at it, it's fucking awesome. Like for real. I mean, it's the one with the two knights on it, the two soldier guys with the shields. The arms are a little blocky, but like genuinely it's so like minuscule, and it's such an easy fix. It's not like anything crazy. I think you have a solid foundation, especially for detail. But also that flies in the face of what I usually tell people that like ask me for advice, because I tell them to not focus on details and instead focus on form. But if somebody has like a really good grasp of details like off the rip, it's easier to work backwards than it is to work forwards. Where it's like, okay, you just need to like understand a few more fundamentals and you're golden. I really also, in regards to what we're drawing here, I really like the idea of like really grotesque, scary monsters and really cute fighters fighting them. The best thing you can do, and genuinely just by looking at your art, as you posted in the Discord, for instance, the okay, Doctor, I'm going to be dead honest with you because I got to ask permission before I do this. I should start doing this more often. Are you cool with me pulling up your art and deconstructing it like live on stream, like right now? Because I can show you how to like jump that hurdle if you get back into it, which you should do. You should get back onto it. All right. Yeah, I can do that. All right. Because it's specifically, I know exactly. We're going to hide this and I'm just going to copy paste it here. Oop, that's Steam. Discord. So for instance here, this is probably the only piece that you did that I have like a quote unquote, it's not even really an issue, really. It's that I can see that with like a little bit of extra like oomph, you can nail this. Genuinely. Now let me show you how. We're going to break down these poses because these are actually really good, which is already just like, thank God. So you have your dude. You have your, you know, shape there. Does that feel weird? That feels weird. You have, this is where your waist actually is. Your waist is all the way down here. Your rib cage is like here. Right? And then because of this, your legs get stunted. This might just be that you're working with like a sideways piece of paper, which it seems like, where, you know, you're starting up here with the head and working downwards, and then you're running out of space. That's okay. I used to do that all the time. It's pretty common. But do you see already how I've broken down this like skeleton a little bit, and you can see why the proportions are off? Even here, this arm, this like forearm bicep to hand on shoulder, this is perfectly proportional. This is great. That's fucking phenomenal. Good shit. That's good proportion control. But right here is where you kind of lose it for a second, because you bring it all the way down here. You have a good amount of this sleeve here, but then you just kind of jump straight into the hand. In the arm tutorial that should be uploaded at some fucking point, I just need to edit it. Your hand should start at the bottom of the crotch. Your wrist is around the bottom of the crotch. So it's like, swoop. No, this is fine. If anything, because he's wearing a brigandine, I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Having like things kind of morph into each other is actually acceptable. It's okay. Like, even just this alone, like, this might jut out a little bit more, but if his body's, like, tightened in, you can't really see the full contour of, like, his skeleton. But then this hand starts right here instead of down here, so that gives this arm a really short look. And then on top of that, these legs are really, really short, because when you do a body, the legs should be from the bottom of the pelvis to the top of the head, flipped. So the length of your legs should be the same length as bottom of crotch up to the top of the head. So if we pop this up, right, and we do those very, very easy to do, like, fixes. So we're gonna scoot that down just like down there. We're gonna make these a little longer. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Now suddenly you have more space for this shield to pop up and this hand to do the same thing. So you're not really ruining any, like, the aspect of your drawing. So if we hide that, suddenly this body is far more proportional. And all we did was lengthen the legs and move the hand down to the bottom of the crotch. Easy. And then the same thing can be said for this guy over here. Like, if we break down this pose, you know, here's his head, but because of the helmet and the mask, his head is really kind of big. Oh, we did the Halloween event. We already did it. We did it a while ago. Also, because of the rest of the mask, the neck becomes the shoulders all of a sudden. So it looks like his head is really shoved down. There's no distinction here. So because of that, and then we're going to break down the body again, like we did before. And then we're going to figure out, so this is, you can kind of see where you drew the, like, the crotch lines. I was going to say pee-pee lines. The thing with fashion. Oh, that's already happening. Right now. There is a new channel in, why did those get deleted? There's a new channel in the Discord specifically dedicated to contest entry. Take a picture of your character, post it there, and then people can vote on it. It will be going on from now, like when I announced it, to around the time that Halloween ends. For the context, you needed to create a minion for the Chinese factions, so they needed to be very small. The guy on the left was already an existing design. The right one is your idea. Okay. I'm not even going into design. I'm just going into proportion, because your designs are perfect. Your designs are great. You have an amazing grasp of historical armor, and you're just like great. You're fucking golden. I'm just helping you get your proportions down, because you can see already in this design or this drawing that these proportions are a little janky. And you can make it just, I don't want to say better, but you can kind of portray it a little bit more. I'm not even drawing in the shield. I'm just showing you the body. So if we get rid of this, suddenly we're left with this kind of golem looking dude. Yeah, no, this is what we do here. What else am I going to do? We're waiting for slow line and I'm animating some junk. Like, who gives a shit? But the problem with this is that actually your shoulders are fine. Now that I'm looking at it like this, your shoulders are fine. The problem is that the distance of your arms are really, really short, especially because here, not here, here, this is straight. There's no like foreshortening happening here. There's no like, anything else really going on. So it feels really short. When in actuality, when you break down the pose, it's not terrible. It's just not bad. Especially because what you're doing with this pose is you're actually cucking yourself. Because you're having your guy hold the handle of the sword instead of resting his hand on top of the pommel. If you put his hand on top of the pommel, just like resting up here, you could relax this arm, still have it stick into the ground, and then, you know, you have like a little more of a interesting dynamic. And if you want it to be straight, this needs to be longer. Because what's happening is that, again, this arm length, including the hand, doesn't really go to the pelvis. Your wrist starts at the bottom of the pelvis. Across the board. So if you want to take this design, well, this design, if you want to take this angle, and I think his legs are actually well... Yeah, his legs are well proportioned. I think it's just the meatiness of the top portion. That's her again. This helmet and this head is so big that when you go lower down, it feels too, like, stunted. Which I know that you're going for a shorter character, which is fine. But there's still, like, that proportionality to it that happens. Because, again, when I took this, you know, sketch of your dude, this is how much space your head is taking up. Even this much is taking up this much space. And then your neck kind of doesn't really exist. But if you take this and you go here, and I'm just going to go like... So here's your head. Also, do this, genuinely, especially if you're working in a limited space. Draw the whole skeleton of the pose that you want. Right? So I'm going to draw the full skeleton of this pose. And I'm going to try and mimic your pose as best as I can. So see, this bend of the arm happens at the bottom of the rib cage. This arm is going to happen at the bottom of the pelvis. I'm going to adjust the pelvis. And then right around here is where the arm, the wrist is going to start, right here. And then you can have the shield over here. And I'm going to rough it. I'm not going to go super crazy with it. And then you have your guy's head. You know, you can get his chiseled jawline in. He's a little broad-shouldered. Give him the detail to his arms. Taper in that arm a little bit. Give him that hand. And also you have to think about how, like, comfortable it is for your character to be in a pose. I know hands are difficult. I'm never going to give anybody shit for, you know, trying, because this isn't a bad hand. It's just that this is an uncomfortable position to hold your hand in. If you were to stand with your sword and you wanted to, like, perfectly recreate this, this looks uncomfortable. And that uncomfort of looking at this translates to the rest of the image, because this doesn't look comfortable for this guy. But if you go here and you just kind of, like, still keep that, like, angle of the fist and the angle of the sword, it's going to shoot a little bit beyond, like, behind him. But unless the blade has a detail on it, it doesn't super duper matter. Because you can still get, like, a gist of what it's supposed to look like. Then you get your ribs. And now you have all of this space to work with head-wise. And then if you deconstruct how the head is going to be shaped, like, here's your brow line, there's your monolids. Because you said Chinese. There's his nose. There's his mouth. If you want him to be, you know, covered with a mask, there's his mask. Kind of wrap that around him a little bit. Then if you want the visor to cover his eyes, you just do this. You just go over the eyes. How'd you do it? It's around top. That, like that, like that. Down the middle, up. Like that. And then you have, yeah, you have the little sand folds on the side. Now he has a neck. Now he has, you know, a neck happening. And then you can get those, like, you know, wraps that you have for the armor. That wraps around like this. Do. Boo. And then you have the wraps around the legs. I don't know if they're pants or it's a skirt. I don't really know Chinese armor super duper well. And then you have all this space to know where your, you know, everything else is going to go. So, and this is why I keep pushing for everybody, especially in my tutorials, to really not focus on detailing, and why you should focus on constructing the whole thing before you start adding details or going into anything. Because when you start just adding details and you start drawing from something, you kind of just like go as you see. You just kind of go along with what you're seeing, right? Rather than planning and mapping and then building over top of what you've already got. I know Cool Dog made the mention last night that I didn't separate my sketch layer from my skeleton layer, and that's because they're the same step. I don't think of them differently. I think of them as the same step. But like you can see, we're gonna move this over. No, yeah. I want to move this over. And then I'm going to hide. Well, I'm going to get rid of this. Like you can see the similarities, but also the differences. Your attention to detail and your capacity for detail is impeccable. Like that's really good. No, don't worry. No, hey, this is what we do. This is what we do here. You can absolutely do that, and I can absolutely break it down. I don't mind one bit. We've got all the time in the world, except we only have 2 hours. But that's okay. Like, either Slowline shows up now, or they show up later. Or they don't show up at all today, and then we just do shit tomorrow. Oh, Brobot, I like that. Me. Oh shit, I'm on Gonzalo's CRT screen. Oh, okay, that. I like this. So, this one, let's open it. Boop, doop. Control V. So this one we're kind of working with not a whole lot. I'm going to try and get it into shot as best as I can. So, once again, I'm not even going to worry about how much detail you put in. I'm not even going to worry about, like, true anatomy. I'm going to break down the pose that you've done. I'm actually going to lower the opacity. So you have, you know, this character looking this way. You have this much of the body. Here's a leg. Here's another leg. Here's an arm. Here's another arm. And then you have the hand, which is holding the... I'm going to say it's a naginata. I know it's probably not a naginata. But... So, right around here is where your knee is. Over here is where your knee is, because based off of this is another bend point, because this is where the boot is. And usually the boot goes up to about shin high, so it's about there. About there. This is where your thigh is. This is where your other thigh is. And then you have this much covering the waist. And then you have... So... Small thing. When you draw a woman, something I have a lot of experience in, their chest, the fun bags, will kind of actually follow the line of the rib cage. because they start at the collarbone and then just kind of droop out, and then they're connected through, but basically the same muscles that your pecs are as a dude. So they're just like attached like a water balloon to your to their collarbone. So it kind of swoops around like this. So when you see your chesticles popping out here, it's telling me that your rib cage is here. But then your shoulders are up here. So that's telling me that your collarbone is all the way up here. And then you also get like this much of the back. So then presumably the chest would be about this shaped. And then again, your hips are really like in there. And then it kind of just droops down like this. And then again, we can get this kind of foreshortening thing you've got going on with the arm. Yeah. I try to do everything I can to not say like tits or boobs. For the kids in chat, you know what I mean? And then you also have the face. Now, again, not focusing on details, not focusing on your shading, not focusing on like anything other than just pure posing anatomy. I'm gonna be real honest, that's not great. And you can do better. And I'm gonna show you how. So, again, we're gonna start with our character. We're gonna start with our head, and they're gonna be looking this way, right? We want this arm, we want this naginata to be going around here, like through the head. So I'm gonna maintain that. And then we're gonna draw the hand. We're not gonna draw the hand yet. So I know where the face is. I know the proportion of the face. I know that I want the body to be twisted out this way. So I'm going to start with just the skeleton. And then I'm also going to give it like a bit of a lean. So I'm going to adjust this bendy part, the spine, to lean out this way. To give more weight to the direction that the body is going. And then we're going to add the hips. Now the hips are, again, roughly, because it's a woman, and I have a distinct way of drawing women. The hips are going to be a little wider than this, the top of the rib cage. And you can see that I'm like also bending in the rib cage. It's kind of going this way, but it's also, these shoulders are following this arrow that's following the staff, the naginata. And then this too is that this bend in is also following this kind of like arrow. All of the motion is going this way. So then, where is the weight of this character? Like where are they standing? How are they standing? So I'm going to assume that their leg is going to go out this way because they need to brace themselves, because this is also parallel with the naginata. And then we just kind of do with that. Now already, this to there, this to like around there. This is roughly the same, considering the bend. And then back here, we're going to have the other leg. And we can just kind of like have that stand out like there. Right? So now we're going to hoik up the shoulder here. We're going to do everything we can to bring it in and tighten it up to about here, where the hand is holding the naginata. Like so. And then we're going to connect all this musculature up here. So we've got the neck, we've got it going to the shoulder. The shoulder is, you know, connected to the bicep. The bicep's connected to the forearm is connected to the wrist is connected to the hand is connected to the naginata. It's all going in this direction. And then this back arm over here can kind of fall back over here. And then however you want to do it, you know, however you want to do this hand, you can do it. And then because of your thick comment, we're going to kind of tighten in, actually, and we're going to thin up the legs a little bit. I draw very exaggerated. You can draw as realistic proportioned as you want. But these proportions still stand. I just mean like width-wise. I'm just turning up the hip ratio to like 1,000. But then we just connect these little bits, and then once again we can add in the shoulder boulders, if you will. I don't want to go super crazy because I'm trying to keep this like somewhat realistic. I'm trying to keep it in tandem with what you're actually trying to achieve. So we have that like there. Swoop, swoop. Again, this arm is kind of janky. I don't really know what to do with it. So it's just kind of out here, living life, breathing air. Somehow we're going to get there. And then I want to reference your actual design that you've got going on. I know this is a character from For Honor, right? So now you just kind of do all the extra bits. How does that work? How does that hat work? You do that, then you get the little top bit. Doing it on the wrong layer. Shit! Hat. 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 hat, hat. Hat. Top of the hat. You have the neck thing that kind of flows down and into the tunic. The tunic goes, and then this wrap is going to go from the bottom of here to the top of here, because that's about the waist. So you're going to have that wrap around like that. And then they have like an overcoat that kind of fans out a little bit. Like so. And this is when the flowiness can kind of accentuate what you're doing. So you would want this to be like a little more like flown out. Like that. And then because you now know how long your arm is, you can actually space out your sleeve a little bit more. But because it's on an angle and we know it's going this way, we actually want the curve to look that way. And then you add the little hem. And then it looks like it gets wrapped into like a plate like that. So we can just connect those together. She also has the mask, so her face gets a little rounded out. And then that. I don't know how the back of their head's going to look, but we can just do that. And then you add your details. And sure, Brobot, we can totally do with a fun fact. And then misdirection for that. And then you can, do this, and then it wraps around, I assume. Same thing here. And then you get your boots that go like that, and then you can do your feet. And then you do your big plumes. And then you also know that the boots go in this rough spot, like there. Bada bing, bada boom, bada ba, bada boo. Did you know that there's a slim chance you can rupture an artery when cracking your neck? Yes. Don't fucking do it. I know I do it all the time, but you can die. It will literally kill you. Wooden armor on top of the coat. And then the coat fans out here and goes around there. It goes like there, and then you can just like rip up the coat. And then at this point, like when you have this base pose and you have everything down of like what you want it to look like, this is when you can start going crazy with all these details and shading and all this extra stuff. There you go. Oh yeah, I crack my ankle like all the time too. It makes like a little pop noise. But thankfully it's not an artery in my neck that will kill me. And then yeah, you just start adding details. There you go. So that's the difference. You're very good at doing, not that, doing standing details like these guys. Because I can tell, once again, you have an eye for historical detail and armor, which I do too. I love that. I love that. Historical armor is the fucking bombas. I have so many pictures of knight sets, like knight armor, from when I went to England and when I went to France, because we went to the fucking war museum in Paris, and we went to go see all the like medieval armor and shit, and it was so fucking cool. Cause I'm a nerd for that shit. I love medieval armor, man. It's the coolest shit. I love medieval knights, man. So I can see that you have that attention to detail with these things. It's just that when you start drawing, you need to do the boring step, which is doing your skeleton. You gotta base things out and proportionalize things, because then once you start adding the detail, it's gonna look fucking amazing. Because you already have like such a good grasp on what you're doing. You just need like a little bit better proportions, and then you're good. Like literally all you had to do for the guy right here was just making him a little taller. Like make his legs a little longer, make his arm a little longer, and then you're golden. You're fine. And then also, this is a thing that I learned in art school, is that the body will relate to itself. Art relates to itself. It will always fold back in on itself. You can always use one thing that you've drawn to inform another thing that you're drawing. So suddenly, you know, it's like, oh, I'm adding a brigandine to this dude. Where does his belt go? Well, his belt's going to go above his waist. So it's going to sit right on top of the pelvis, because that's where your waist is. It's right on top. You can actually feel about where you would wear a belt, or about where your waistband would be for like a pair of pants. You can feel the top of your pelvis, which is what you're drawing here with this little triangle, is the top of your pelvis, because it looks like that. And then it's got the little bowl, because that's what you're drawing there. That's when you draw this rectangle, boom. You just drew a pelvis. Good job. And then you're seeing that it's like wrapping in here, because again, this is your rib cage, this is your pelvis. That's all you're doing. You're literally basing out the bones of your dude simply. Same thing when you draw like the lines here, you're just drawing the bones of the leg. You're Xing out where the kneecaps are going to go. So with already your fantastic attention to detail and, you know, very clear passion for these sorts of things, just stretching out your anatomy. Because like, again, even all this like really flowy, you know, action shot is all just anatomy. It's all the same thing as just doing a standing shot. You'll see me do it when I animate a lot. Even in this, right? You can see the anatomy of this like creature thing that I've drawn. You can see that I've literally drawn the pelvis. Even though I technically shouldn't. But even here, like I'm gonna do like a rib cage thing, and then this like emaciated like tummy. It's all because it feeds into itself. Yeah, anytime, doctor, genuinely. Like, if I don't know if I said it, I think I said it the other night. I did get rid of the stream from yesterday. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload my entire playthrough of Signalis edited and cut down so it's like easier to consume to the channel, because I need some like gameplay footage available on the channel for people to watch and like get introduced to the channel. I think that's a good way to do it. And then I also want to do like a full like first time playing through Atlyss separate. And just because also I made Cool Dog a little uncomfy and I feel bad, so you know, I'm gonna be considerate. I love you, Cool Dog, platonically. So is this the right way for the book to be facing? No. The answer was no. The answer is a resounding no. But so those portions of the stream are going to be uploaded separately at a later date. I just have to record them. I'll probably do that tonight, maybe. It requires me sitting down and watching my shit for like an hour, a couple hours, honestly. And just sitting there recording and doing nothing on my computer and maintaining it. But yeah, yesterday I said, like, if you guys need anything at any time, like critique wise, questions wise, art related wise, anything of the sort, I'm available as long as I'm awake and I will get back to you. So just like, you know, pop in, feel free to ask at any time. I am a resource. This is why also, like, I think I said it again last night. I struggle to find a way to like properly monetize anything currently because I don't want you guys paying for the ability to talk to me. Because then I'll feel bad. You know what I mean? Because I want you guys to feel like I can be approached. I'm not some spooky, enigmatic creature. I'm just, you know, your friendly neighborhood streamer. Friendly neighborhood cat. Here to talk to you about junk. So. Also, stream might be like a little bit behind. But we're getting there. This thing is going to be a bitch to draw. I can already feel it in my bones. Why did I decide to do this? Like, that's going to have to be chains and shit. I'm trying to think of, like, more things to add to him to make him, like, a little more creepy. I guess I could go into more detail in his, like, brow. He's just kind of like emaciated. He's just kind of like a dude. All right. I'm sorry about that, little buddy. You can't use a fucking VPN? Ribcage visible? Yeah, his ribcage is out. His ribcage is sitting there. He's got his sternum. He's got his ribs. Basically a giant skinwalker at this point. On the soles of his feet, his little toesies. I'm trying to think. Maybe I could make him like an animal without really announcing that he's an animal. Ooh, what if he's like an owl? So he's got like a dot here. Ooh, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see. Ah, that's actually really cool. Wait, that came out good. Nah, you get my gold heart. Also, I am so sick of Dearly Beloved right now. It's been playing for 15 minutes. Part 1 and 2? Isn't there a part 1 and 2? Oh, what was that song I was listening to earlier? Will it pop up here? Probably not. No, it won't. Hold on. You guys enjoy Guilty Gear for like 5 seconds. Imminence. 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 Marzuku. Oh, it's fucking... Of course it's fucking... Ultra Kill. Oh. Dude, Russia's in the shit. I'm so sorry for you, genuinely. Like, I hope things get better for you, my guy. Like, flat. Oh, I know. It's Ultra Kill! Alright, we've drawn this guy enough. We're gonna shrink him down. He's pretty creepy, I'm gonna say. Alright, we're gonna zoom in. And I want our little baby. Alright, I should do her on a separate layer. Honestly, just so I can get the proportions down. Soul bad guy, but Ultra Kill! No, he's literally a good guy. What do you mean? That's so stupid. I'm sorry, little buddy. Sucks that you got the worst RNG. Got the worst spawn. Cool, cool dog. Drive safe. What? Yo! Brobot, your friends were saying you got groomed. Brobot, I think you're grooming fucking Cool Dog right now. What? Go. No, you're fine. Please, that's why I stream this, is so you guys can see how I do things. Oh, shit. There's no, like, you know, fancy sped up to skip over steps. You just get to see it all in real time. You'll notice I use very simple shapes for everything. Even the things that you think would be like really complex shapes are very simple. Hell yeah, dude. Ultra Kill goes crazy. Alright. And now I can actually adjust her size as well. Then we're gonna do this. Trust. In the process. Robot, I'm a smack you. I'm gonna beat you so hard Chris Hansen's not even gonna be able to ask me how to have a seat. There we go. That looked like a wiener for a second. It was not, I swear. I would dare. Don't test me. All right, now this color effects alpha way down. There we go. Did he? Did he really, Brobot? Okay, my stepdad works for Converse. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. Oh, potatoes! Don't you just love potatoes? This one's gonna be fun. Oh, I'm drawing with fucking gray, that's why. More so like a dog's tail. I don't know. It's based on the character that I made in Atlyss, the new furry game that just came out that I have been adoring. Honestly, I wish I could be playing right now, but I'd rather be animating because I want to do something. Nah, dude, it's so good. Nah, dude, it's so good. Nah, like I'm being so dead ass with you right now. You gotta put aside the fact that you're not a furry and you gotta play that fucking game. It is so fucking fun. Like, Gooner furry bait aside, that game is so fucking fun. Alright. And also, she is moving. Bro, what do you think I play as? I play as a fucking poon. Poon fighter. 10,000% a poon fighter. Honestly, I might boot it up for a second. Alright, so now I want him to be like up here. His pelvis would be about there. Dude, Mystic gets the fucking bell. I love the bell. Honestly, the bell almost made me not go fighter. It is literally just you run around and you kill shit. It's just that good. It's just that simple. It's just that shrimple. We're a lesbian furry dating sim. I learned about furries because I was a brony. And then I had a friend that would make fun of me for being a diet furry, and I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh yeah, I remember the Team Fortress for the Brony server. I remember the what is it? The Brony Gmod servers. I used to play on those. It's the few times I actually played Gmod. The hype was that it was surprisingly well written. And also, it was really popular with a bunch of autistic people because it kind of helped people learn about like social cues and social dynamics. So it really resonated with that crowd. So we're gonna get rid of this bottom because it's not like super on top of things. And then in this frame, I need its back arched here. Way up above its head. I feel like its hips needs to be adjusted a little bit. See, I didn't even watch like Zootopia when it came out, but I was a furry beforehand. The thing that happened with Zootopia for me was I had a friend that went to go see it, and they talked about how it was like one of the best allegories for racism that he's ever witnessed, and I was like, that's cool. And then I watched it, and I'm like, this is the most baseline, like, fucking, this is the most basic bitch, like, explanation of why racism bad. Meanwhile, you got something like Baystars. That's just better. Still proud? Well, still time for you to change. Gonna play a game of telephone with Atlyss here. Big butt. Yeah, we could put fox ears on it. I'll just fucking with you. It's okay. But I still do stand by the statement earlier of, even if you're not a furry, fucking Atlyss is just like such a good fucking game. I recommend it in spite of not being furry. I think I overcorrected a little bit. Oh, yeah. Nah, VR chat's like the actual worst. If I ever get like a proper VR headset like on stream, I think I would play it. Just for the fucking loopiness that could occur. But I'd also have to be like really cautious about it. Actually, he looks pretty good. So, because we're definitely not finishing this. Hold on. The fuck is slow line? I know you can play VR chat without a headset, but that's like half the fun. So it got dark in here really fucking fast. Jesus, really do be fall. But as I was saying, so what's gonna happen is that she's gonna run up to about here. And then this thing's gonna slam the book on her. She's gonna do a Final Fantasy 16 like back dodge. And then she's gonna jump off the book into the air and then Attack on Titan slam and like rend the book open, cutting it, and then doing a big final slash and killing it. It's a very simple exchange to start with. But we really don't have time to get super into it, so we're just gonna save it. Atlyss versus Librarian. Save. Close. Because what we're gonna do now instead. No. Yeah, I haven't really gone over that, so what we're gonna do is actually go against what we've written in the title. I have to pull up the stream for a second. Bear with me. Video. Happy early birthday, robot. I guess we're not finishing Signalis today, because we only have an hour left. So I'm changing the title of the stream to be more in line with what we're actually doing. Oh, it's an Itch.io Games, that's right. It's not actually a full Steam game yet. I wonder... Does this work? I have to do it in the fucking folder, of course. Itch.io Games be like... I want more of this game, I want to play it more. Give me that gooner shit. I am going to change the hair, though. I think I want to make it more Atlyss-like. I hope in the early access version they release more hairstyle types. Do I have... Okay, I do. And I don't. Good. I'm gonna buy some. Come here, mirror, mirror on the wall. How do I change hair again? Here it is. Bald! 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 My eyes! I wish I could like this one, but it's the ponytail that, like, kills it for me. This doctor is Atlyss. Again, I wish I could like this one. I might have to do this one. Honestly, this one too, technically. It's just the way the ponytail is. You know what I mean? I like the front, though. This is probably the closest thing to Alyss's hair, anyways. Here we go. Oh yeah, no, this game is Gooner. All right, let's do like an actual mission. It's like actually make progress in content. So I am gonna turn down the music a little bit. It is a little loud. But I think it's suitable. Gimme. Alright. Where am I supposed to be going? I don't want to go to the terrace. I want to go somewhere else. Is borderline 18 plus? Pretty much, yeah. $16 plus, yeah. It's suitable for the stream. Where am I going? I wonder, because the terrace doesn't really have anything. As a dungeon. Yeah, you can be a dude. Armor-wise, I'm not certain. It's pretty much just like... Yeah. Dudes have a muscle slider? Okay, cool. Oh, I think this is what I want. Tool passage. This is what I want. This is what I was hunting for last time. I do not believe there is a gun. There is bow and arrow and, like, not really a dual blade. But, like... Ow. Can't really parry those too well. I get so lost in the sauce when I use that ability. Dead. I need a better hammer. Ooh. It's not where I came from, I don't think. That has to be where I came from. Nailed it. I mean, I'm down to play Space Marine 2 at some point. I just don't know if other people are going to be into it. That's the thing. Dude, but parrying in this game is so easy. Like, actually, it's like so comfortable. You just hit right click when you see him turn pink. Nailed it. And yes, Pocket, I love the art style of this game. Like, see? I held right click way before he actually hit me. Now, my question is... Stephen must die. Looks like you've done a great deal of damage to the Queen's Hive of Slimix. Proving your strength against her deluded offense, it's time to take... Oh, well, the iron is hot. Oh, the Queen will appear if the children continue to die. Yes, there are men in this game. I believe that. I'm not even that old and I'm emotional a lot. I cry at movies a lot more than I used to. Though, to be fair, I have been seeing that shit that, like, fucking, the dog movie, where the dog gets, like, reincarnated all the time. Like, that shit kills me. That shit genuinely kills me. Because I just think about my dog, Jan. And if he would come back, ugh, I miss that dog. Come on. Hunting for the Queen. Held it. Dog's Purpose? Yeah, that fucking movie. That movie makes me cry. Oh. Don't mention Wakfu. Don't mention Wakfu for me. Fun fact, Wakfu has a shitty MMORPG. I remember we had to do... Oh, that's like worse. A presentation in French class. Like using a French song. And like explaining what it means. Or like explaining the lyrics. And my friend was already doing Code Lyoko. So I was like, fuck, I can't do that. So instead I chose the Wakfu anime. Apparently if I just keep killing her kids, this Queen should show up at some point. Yes, the MMO came first. It was the equivalent of like one of those like old Cartoon Network like MMO games. Not like Fusion Fall, but that other one. Mind your business. Oh, the... Oh, I just got bonked. Wait, where do I go? Yo, I just got overworld bonked. Holy shit, she like bonked me, for real. I didn't even get a proper look at her before she kicked my teeth in. Sally, what do you have? Wait, is that how that works? I knew Dofus came first. Because that one was older. I thought they made Wakfu afterwards, not the show. She hit me for 32, which is kind of fucking brutal. You gave her the fucking ick by crying at a dog's purpose. Dude, that's like the most emotionally healthy thing to cry, like, movie to cry to. I think you have to be a fucking monster to cry, to not cry during a dog's purpose. Wait, no, I want to go to terrace. Wait, I want to go to terrace. Oh yeah, the I think their name's like Ja Ja Ja. Ja Ja Ja. XA XA XA. I followed them on Twitter like forever ago. They're a fantastic artist. They're very 18 plus, but they're a fantastic artist. And that's when I learned French animation is actually kind of goated. I think I have to kill the little babies. I want to stay alive. I like that there's world bosses, though. Tots or Dots is their name? Oh. Whoever did the character design for Wakfu, I think I'm thinking of. Or the character illustrations. I watched the whole thing when it first came out. In French, forever ago. I forget a lot. Honestly. I watched it back in, like, high school. Which is now, like, 6 years ago. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Yo, but like... Yo, but like... Oh, she's dead. Let's go. We got her. Oh, my inventory's full. Ow. Ow. Tot. Huh. You made good shit. Gotta love it. You gotta respect it. 3 magic power, 3 defense, 3 magic defense. That doesn't do very much for me, honestly. game's too fucking fun. G. That's it. Yeah, I really liked Wakfu and Dolphus. I know they made a Dolphus animated series. I haven't watched that yet. Yeah, don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. Got any quests? Keep within. Serves there is a portal in the Eiffel Terrace leading to the ancient keep. In the east west wing chambers, there are sigils that must be attuned to your soul. West wing sigil, east wing sigil. Woo! Cool dog, you're getting your unemployment because you don't have a job. True incantation of the for us to see, it is quite dire. Right, that is level. Well, that's a level 12 quest. Oh, let's go sell stuff before I go adventure. We've got about 30 more minutes before stream ends prematurely, which kind of blows, but that's okay. Really, nothing is better than this top. The crown is mid because I'm a warrior. Kind of wish I didn't put 2 points in the mind. Which one? The fucking shop lady? Let's check. You can play as a rat. You can play as a mouse. It's one of the races. Actually, really quickly. Just for those interested. So this is what I play as. I play as a poon. You also have imps, which are kind of like fish things. Oh, that's name stuff. You can get pretty gooner with it. You can get it pretty normal. Poons, gooner, less gooner, pretty gooner, gooner. But yeah, you can't play as a dude with a big ass butt. You can make kobold. General idea of like how you can make them look. You can make a bird. They want to show their face. And I just found out that technically the rats are the newest. You can play as a dude, you can play as a chick, you can do whatever. Well, when you make a character, you can change their head width. You can change the length of their snoot. You can change their voice pitch. Change their hair. You have limited options though. Change their ears. Eye changes. There's a variety in styles that actually kind of lead to different looks depending on what you're going for. Like those are technically my eyes. You can change the mouth. And then you can even have antlers or no antlers. Just for poons. I don't know how kobolds look. You can change their horns. Ears too. Same thing with the rats. And then if you want, I guess they randomly changed it. And then here you can change between female and male. And then you can adjust the sliders for how big you want your butt to be. A big dump truck or, you know, pretty nominal. You can change how, like, big you want their bellies to be, if you're kind of crazy with it or not. You can change how buff or slim their arms are. You can change how small or big their chest is. You can change their width in total and also their height. And then here you change your attributes. And you can choose your starting weapon. And then, oh yeah, you have the option to like look at what they look like without clothing on. And then you can dye whatever their starting clothes are. Oh, and also here, not here, here, you can change their color. You can change the color of their hair separately or have it linked to the rest of their body. And then you can change your like decal hair or, you know, decal. I guess the horns always are going to remain blue. Or blue tinted, rather. And then you can change the texture of your character as well. Same thing for pretty much all of them. Whoa! I guess these guys are newer, so they're going to have less options. Yeah, less options in general. But you have a pretty wide selection of customizable characters. And the only thing you can't change after you've made your character is their race, because you get a racial ability. So for me, playing a Poon, I get to, it's my ability on 2. I just get to move faster. And there's no like, this is the best class for this, this is the best race for this class kind of junk, because it's all just kind of general one-time size, one-time movement thing that helps in one way or another. And then there's the 3 classes, which is Mystic, Fighter, and I think it's Bandit. But the gimmick is when you start, you don't pick it. You pick what class you want to play at level 10. So you have 10 levels to play around with the different weapons before you decide. Which is just like good design. Because for me, I was playing with the Bell for a while, and I really liked the Bell. And I almost went Mystic. But I'd rather stay fucking Fighter. I think Fighter is way more fun. But my hope is that they're gonna add like interspliced classes. I think that'd be fun. Kind of like Dragon's Dogma. Robot, you can get this game for name your own price on Itch.io. Like right now. I think you can even get it for like $1. So where am I going?
Don't shoot my dog, bro. Call another supply pod. Jesus, I lost half my health. Einstein warned me of this.
What is this? Not this. What is this? Why did my music suddenly have a fucking zany video? The Lunchley mold epidemic. Oh yeah, there's like mold in Lunchleys now. Here we go. Do I want this? Let's see how far we can get in the next 20-ish minutes. Alright, let's rock and roll. This is new. Cool. These guys are new. Atlyss. 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 Yes, there will be co-op and PvP. And the day that we get co-op, I will be playing it with you guys, absolutely. Not yet. They are working on it for the Steam release, which is coming out pretty soon. If the Patreon is anything to go by. And I want to play with you guys. Especially this game. This game would be a load of fun with other people. Supposed to be a sigil I attuned to. I assume it's over here. I can climb! It's gonna cost money, yeah. It's probably gonna be like $10 to $15, I bet. Somewhere around there. I'm hoping because I'm funding it at like the maximum like Patreon thing that I'll just be able to get it for free. Gotta remember, shit hits hard. My hope is that they just continue to update it, like after early access, because from what I've read about what they plan to do, it seems like there could be more. Like, only 3 major overworlds and each having 2 dungeons. Like, you could just like perma update this. Add an expansion pack at least. Okay, go that way. They go this way. That's why. Agreed. If they could get a team together for this game, that'd be awesome. Please have me on the team for a little bit of art direction. Literally just so I could add Atlyss's hair. The closest you could get is the Poon or the Kobold. But they are adding new races. The most recent one was the Mouse, so I don't see why they couldn't add, like a dog race. Again, the closest we have is the Poon, just because you can have fox ears. Oh shit. Give me a second. Loot! Another cloak. I leveled up. I level up. No new skill points yet. That sucks. There we go. Ooh, stone great blade. Wait. Give that. What's this? They gave me my great sword. How did they know that this is what I wanted? And it's better than the axe I was using, so that's good. I do think, though, as sad as it is, I think we have to call it here. It doesn't feel like we've been streaming for very long, because in fact we haven't. It's been 2 hours. Oh, I died! Well, perfect timing. Blech. I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize how much damage I was taking. Huh. This game's pretty great. So I'm gonna be out for the rest of the night. So I appreciate everybody stopping by for today. Sucks that we've had like the most amount of viewers in like the longest time for the shortest fucking stream. We have not dropped below 10 concurrent viewers, which is fucking crazy. To anyone new that's like lurking, by the way, we will be back tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with more spooky games, like actual spooky games. Hopefully we'll be able to finish Signalis tomorrow night as well. Even though we didn't get to play it at all today. And tomorrow should be a longer stream because it's Wednesday. And then I also want to work on the animation a little bit more. I think that was going well. So, yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed themselves for the time that we were here. Oh, that's the intro of the game. Hold on. There we go. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe, all that junk. You know how it be. Have a good night. And I will see you guys later. Bye!